Okay guys, I'm set up for the hand stitching side of it. I'm sure there's many videos on the internet about hand stitching. I gotta say I've never looked at any of them, but there's quite a few on there. The only thing I would imagine is I'll have one tip that might help you. We should all know, always keep the awl in our hand, keep the two needles in our hand. So my first hole, I'm going to here. I'm not going to go on and dwell on about, make sure this is all lined up and things, but I will show you one little tip that might help your hand stitching. I'm using a particular, I wouldn't normally use this thickness of thread on this, but I think it might show up better on the camera. So I'll just make the hole bigger next time. So line my two threads up. Make sure I get the line in. So I'll show you my one tip once I get started. So put that in there. Bring my needle through it. So the only tip I can give you on hand stitching is that I'll do a video on hand stitching probably at some point. So okay, in order to get your stitches at an angle, I find that when I'm training people, the best way to show them is to lift this hand up the way and keep this hand down the way. What that'll do is it'll bring this thread down and it'll start to bring your angle up. So if you do that, and then just give it a reasonable amount of tension. Just depending again on the thickness of your leather, there's two things I do. As I say, I may do a hand stitching video. So again, in it goes. Bring my needle through. Oop, forgot to put my foot in the stirrup. That's why the whole thing's moving about. So again, left hand up, right hand down. Now, when you see a professional doing it, they do just come straight. But what they actually give you about hand stitching is that to lift your left hand up and right hand down. I don't do a lot of hand stitching. There's not this type of stitching required in saddles. When I do decide I want to make something like a belt for myself, that's probably when I do it. So again, hand up, hand down. So up and down. There are some times where, if I'm doing thicker leather, for example, I don't need it on this is fairly thin leather. So as I say, up and down. What I would normally do, if it's two layers of bridle leather, then I might actually do opposite, lift this hand up and this one down. But it depends on the leather. And as I pull it, that'll give me my tightness. And then what I do is I square it this way and just give it a little pull, and the threads just jump into place when I do it this way. But as I say, for this, I don't think I need to do that method. We'll find out at the end when I stitch this. So again through, my wife would have had this done. So, fortunate enough she's at home, or she'd be laughing her head off at me at the moment. So again, up and down, get the next one. We normally use a hell of a lot thinner thread than this for neatness and stuff. And I think this is 8 to the inch I said a minute ago I'm doing. If I was doing competition work, it would be 10 stitches to the inch. For the Master Saddlers exams, a lot of the stuff has to be 10 stitches to the inch, and it has to be perfect. I was an examiner for them at one point in my life, and it really has to be good if you're going to go for your Master's exams. Very, very fussy people, the Master Saddlers, when it comes to exams, but they do want to keep the quality up of their people, the other members. Well, I stitch the other side because I'm sure you don't want to see me stitch the other side, and then we'll finish this off and put a hole in it.